please don't ask me to take notes in your meeting, because no, it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's not for me. So AI is your girl's friend because she don't do notes. She sit here and sparkle, but she don't take notes. Hey y'all, welcome back, and thank you for joining me. Here you are reminded that you're never alone on this winding journey called life, and here you are capable of big things. Follow me at Theajayieffect on all platforms. Okay, we are going to get right into it today. I'm so excited for this one. So, as a marketer, I'm always looking for tools that are going to enhance my workflow, right? Those things that make me stronger, better, faster. You know the rest. If you know the song, you know. If you don't, you don't. But no, hate it or love it, AI is pretty much here to stay. Today, I am going to share with you some of the AI tools that I use as a marketer that enhance my workflow. And I think you'll enjoy these as well. Some of them aren't so new, but it's the way that I use them that helps take my game to the next level. These provide a turbo shot to my workflow. So whether you want to craft compelling content, or let's say you want to optimize on your communication, or you are just trying to get things done faster, you won't be disappointed with these. Let's get into it. So first up, we have Grammarly. Very few people know this about me, but I am a grammar nerd. A couple of years ago, I took an all-day grammar intensive. That is how much I adore grammar. Now, I didn't say I use proper grammar all the time. I just love the rules of grammar. Anyway, I was one of the first people to start using Grammarly when it was released. If you don't know, Grammarly is an AI-powered writing assistant. It makes sure that your writing is clear, concise. It checks for tone. Of course, it checks for grammar. It gives recommendations on how you can say something a little bit better to get your point across. Of course, as a marketer, I write a lot. There's email, pitches, social media, talking points, bios. It runs the gamut for me. And Grammarly is right there helping me in so many different ways. She's been my homegirl for quite some time now, and I don't go anywhere without her. She's on my phone. Yes, I told y'all I have an Android. And I have her plugged in to almost every place where I am writing. So first, what Grammarly offers is real-time grammar and spelling checks. It catches mistakes as I type, so I can correct them on the spot, and this saves me so much time compared to proofreading everything manually. It also checks for tone, and that helps ensure that my writing tone matches the context. So for example, it can tell if my email sounds too formal or too casual, and then I can adjust accordingly. As well, Grammarly offers suggestions to improve your sentence structure, your word choice, and that makes my writing even more engaging. Let me tell you, this is super important, and I won't get into it too heavy or too deep now, but I find that oftentimes people can read tone into text. And so what I love about your girl Grammarly is that she's in the background and she's saying, no, maybe we can go a little bit warmer here, or maybe we can be more business-like here. This is super important when it comes to your writing. I'll get to more on how tone can be misconstrued later. Grammarly is one to have. All right, let's move on. This one is going to take you by surprise. It's an oldie but goodie. It's Google Dictate. Google Dictate is a speech-to-text tool that's embedded within the Google Suite. It converts my spoken word to text. So basically, it's acting like an assistant, jotting down everything that I say. And here's why that's incredibly useful. It's good for brainstorming ideas. Sometimes I find it easier to speak my ideas rather than to type them. Google Dictate is also good for drafting content. So when I'm on the go and I just need to get my ideas out and down fast, Google Dictate is there so I can draft my emails, my blog posts, and even social media updates. It's like having a personal assistant at my beck and call. And then finally, Google Dictate allows for hands-free typing. On busy days, it helps me to stay productive without being glued to my keyboard, and it allows me to multitask more quickly. In a minute, I'm going to share with you a use case for how Google Dictate She came and saved the day. She's that girl. All right, now let's talk about another one of my faves, Otter AI. So very similarly to Google Dictate, Otter AI is transcribing conversations. You know how when you're in a team meeting and everyone is saying, okay, who's gonna take notes? Not me. But what I love about Otter AI never skips a beat. Otter AI transcribes my meetings and calls. It allows me to focus on the conversation. And I don't have to worry about taking detailed notes. I can go back and revisit the transcript at any time when I'm conducting interviews for content or market research. Otter AI is providing an accurate transcription that I can easily reference and even quote from. And then finally, for webinars and podcasts, it'll help me transcribe them, making it easier to create written content or summaries from these sessions. Otter AI, I just love her down. I think they did a blog post featuring me a few years ago. I'll look for it, and if I find it, I'll link it down below. But what I love about this tool the most is that you can go back and you can search by keyword, even if you don't remember when a conversation took place or who was in the conversation. If you remember what was said, you can go ahead and put the keyword. Say it was cheddar cheese. I don't know where that came from, but you can put that in the search and Otter AI will go through all of the transcriptions and it will go through all of the conversations and find those where cheddar cheese was mentioned. As well, it does an amazing job of summarizing the conversation. So it'll say, these are the top 3 topics that you all talked about. And it'll also list who is taking up the most time in conversations. This is important. We're going to talk more on that later. Needless to say, Otter AI, hands down, she's one of my favorites. All right, let's move on. And last but never least is my boo thing, ChatGPT. It's an incredibly versatile AI tool. It is a powerhouse. Now, I know you all have probably heard by now exactly what it is that I'm sharing with you from some other place. And you're probably wondering, okay, well, how can you use it? I'm going to show you the use case in a minute. But lifting on the surface the power of ChatGPT, your girl can do a lot. So there's content creation. If I'm looking for support on writing a blog, social media posts, talking points, framing a conversation, ChatGPT is doing an excellent job of helping me get that work done quickly. Research assistant. So sometimes I may not have time to scour results and find what I'm looking for. By going into ChatGPT, it can pull up all of my research right there at the ready. And then there's problem solving. So when I say ChatGPT is my boo thing, I'm not lying. I can put in a problem and literally ChatGPT will find the solution. Here's the use case that I mentioned to you all earlier. I was working on a script for one of the videos here on this channel, and I had handwritten notes as I was watching this particular program because it was for a review. And it was so much fun, but when all was said and done, your girl had like 20, 30 pages of notes that were poorly written. I told y'all, don't ask me to take any notes, child. Don't ask me to take no notes. But anyway, back to the point at hand, which is that I had all these notes and there was no real rhyme or reason to them, any of that. So what I did was I pulled up your girl, Google Dictate in a doc, and I just started reading the notes. I went through all of the pages. And when all was said and done, we had pages and pages, and I had not even, while dictating these notes, put in any punctuation or any of that. Yes, I know I said earlier that I love grammar, but we didn't even do that. We didn't do that in the notes for Google Dictate. How Google Dictate and ChatGPT work together to save my life was truly magical and amazing. I took all of those notes. They had no rhyme or reason. I dumped them into ChatGPT with a prompt stating that here are my thoughts. They are not organized. I am trying to create a YouTube script based on the following. Can you please I say please to all of the machines. That way they won't kill me when they come back. Anyway, I asked ChatGPT if it would organize these thoughts into a YouTube script for me. And voila, you can see it took my thoughts, structured them into exactly what I needed so that I was able to get my work done quicker and faster so I could get to the fun. So y'all, those are my top 4, but believe me, I have so many more that I use in my day-to-day as a marketer. And believe me, there'll be a part 2 and maybe 3 and maybe more. I wanted to kick it off and get this started because my hope is that these will be able to help you up-level your marketing skill set as well. I highly recommend giving Grammarly, Otter, Google Dictate, and ChatGPT a go. Who knows, maybe they'll become your besties too. Y'all, the space of AI is ever changing. There is a lot of bad that's happening, and I want you to know I'm not ignoring that, but there is a lot of good. My hope is that we'll be able to talk about both here on this platform and on others. I want to know, what AI tools have you used as a marketer? And if you have any hesitancy, tell me more about that. And don't be a gatekeeper. Be sure to share this marketing goodness with your girlies or your guys so they can level up their marketing game as well. Well, y'all, that's all I have for now. I am not an AI generated image, but maybe I will be in my next video. Until next time, y'all, remember, you are capable of big things.